Right.
When I was in school, we were told that the metal will react to the hot water.
Exactly. Exactly. And then again, another don't is when you're putting your sugar and you're stirring it or your milk or whatever it is.
Clank, 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 clank.
No, that.
How else would you tell the whole world you're drinking tea if you don't? If you don't
That's why they call it etiquette. So you don't.
It's like
so basically
slurping your tea.
Yeah. So basically, what are you stirring? It's just sugar. So you don't need to stir vigorously. All right. It's not something that needs that much energy.
You're not baking.
You just stir it gently and then take the spoon out and leave it by the side of your cup.
Hold on. When you take the spoon out,
yes,
do you lick it before dropping?
Unless you're
I've seen people do that.
Yeah,
you know,
of course they do. Yeah. I mean, comforts. You know, if
for that little drop of tea, you don't want to let that go.
Yeah. No waste.
The truth of the matter is, when you're at home, you know, you do little things in your own corner. But when you're outside, you know, be conscious of where you are, basically. And of course, like you just said, Auntie, there's this thing about, you know, enjoying your tea and you're slurping. You know, people do that because sometimes it's because the liquid is hot. They tend to slurp it because they're, I don't know. It's just a habit, I guess. But slurping is not very, it's not very nice.
As Janet would say, it's a no-no.
It's an absolute no-no. Don't slurp at your tea. And even don't do this. Blow at your cup, because quite naturally, once you put liquid inside, it's going to cool off anyway, and you allow the tea to cool down. Because when you do this, some people actually now take the spoon and they're blowing at the spoon. Now that you've turned your tea into a cup of soup. At that point in time. And of course, no, especially when you're going out and you're at meetings and you see other executives, some of the habits that you do at home, you really want to guide yourself against some of those things, because honestly, it gives a perception, and perception sometimes is, no, all the time, is reality.
It's everything.
You know? But then again, when you're making your tea, one no-no is this. When you're having herbal tea, because sometimes herbal tea, we want to have herbal tea, you know, just to relax. Do not put milk inside herbal tea, especially if that herbal tea has anything citrus, like lemon or orange inside it. It will curdle. And a lot of people don't realize that not all teas go with milk. It will curdle for sure. And then even at that, when you have done, you've put your tea inside and you want to squeeze lemon, don't throw the lemon slice or wedge inside. Squeeze the content of the lemon that you want in your tea. Hopefully that tea is black. Lemon doesn't work with coffee, and it sure doesn't work with hot chocolate. So it's usually with milk. So be mindful. When you sometimes you may see all these things on the table, the lemon, the sugar, the honey, and all of that, and you might just want to be mindful of what you're pouring into your cup, okay? Now, some people tend to say this is the right way to hold your cup, with your little pinky hanging out. And I would say gone are the days when we do that. When you want to hold your cup, just hold it securely and place it down securely. Because some people think it's a little bit posh when you have that, but I think it's a little bit outdated right now. Now, some people say, okay,
I want to check the comfort of it.
Some people say, I was told.
It's not even comfortable.
No, it's not even comfortable.
It's supposed to be.
It's not even comfortable.
Yeah, like,
yes.
So, but then again, some people say, well, you know what? I was told that when I finish drinking my liquid, I should turn the cup down. Well, yeah, if you're not drinking anymore. But guess what? Try to finish the content inside. Sometimes when you have a little bit inside and you try to turn the cup down, you've messed up the whole sauce. And some people don't realize that. They automatically turn it down and there's still content, liquid content.
What's wrong with leaving it?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with leaving it. So you can. So it's not compulsory to turn it down.
If you leave it that way, if there's a waiter refilling cups, they might just come to refill.
Well, then you say you don't want any more. But most times, you usually go to the table where the tea is being served and you help yourself to tea. But then if you're at breakfast, yes, it's true. They may come around, but they will ask you, do you want more tea or anything? I would say don't over milk. Can you see how small this cup is? Sometimes when we see powdered milk, okay, there's a tendency to put 4 teaspoons of powdered milk in this tiny little mug or cup, I would say. Yeah, you see it all the time at work, in the offices. People put a lot because some people tell you that they really like their tea milky or white. You have to be mindful of not over milking your tea.
Having some tea in their milk.
Right, and then this cup is tiny. Some people will still put 4 cubes of sugar inside this cup. That is really sweet, and you have to be mindful that a cube of sugar really is a lot. When you put 4, then you're actually, you know, setting yourself up for real sweet tooth, actually. And even at that, too, don't over sweeten your cup as well. Be mindful. Okay. This is usually 1 to 2 teaspoons. On that note, we'll take a quick break and come back to tidy up on the issue of mastering beverages. Don't go away. Welcome back. We're tidying up with Janet, mastering beverages. So, Janet. Yes. I was going to say now, another don't that you really should not do whenever you are having your beverage is dunk. Now, some of us like to do it when we were younger, but today you can't be seen outside dunking bread inside your tea or any pastry of any sort at all. And then again, you know, some people would love to have a mug like this, which is fine. But then they're drinking the tea not through the cup, but with a tablespoon. So you find, again, back to soup. And some people will just take it like this. This is a massive tablespoon and it's not for beverage at all, you know. And then again, when we have mugs like this, how do we really hold it? You know, when they say a hot cup of hot chocolate and we try to put our arms around the cup for comfort, you know. But then again, something like this is good for hot chocolate, but tea is quite a lot, quite a lot for tea. But then I want to also emphasize the fact that, you know, the teacups and saucers are getting fancier by the day. Some of them are having some place where you could hold, you know, your... Put your finger through. You could put your finger through and hold. At the same time, because the saucer is large, you can actually put a sandwich by the side and rest your sandwich by it and still have your decent cup of tea. What is really important is that if you want to have a tea set at home, remember that when you're pouring tea into a tea pot like this, be mindful of the fact that it won't stay that hot. It's for immediate use, and you should be topping up the hot water in this teapot. So when we were growing up, there were things called tea cozies. Yes, where you cover it and keep the water hot. You still see them around? No, they're getting outdated. So your teapot will be topped up with water all the time, but that's why we have a flask. So you have a hot flask on standby, all right? And a lot of people, I don't know, whenever they come around, they're like, I say, put milk in the tea, in the milk jug, and they're like, where's the milk jug? So this is this is a typical little jug, and it is for milk. Whether you're having powdered milk or liquid milk, this is the milk jug. And of course, there will always be a sugar container in the ideal tea set, you know. And just have to use it just, you know, accordingly when you see it like that. When it comes to beverage, you know, there's a saying that says that some people say, I live in a hot climate. Why do I want to take something hot? I'm only going to get hotter. I did some research and I found out that they say, some research was done that says when you actually drink hot liquid in a hot climate, it cools you down. And you wonder how. I heard that because, too. Yes, and they say, well, the tendency is that when you drink hot liquid, it tends to help you sweat out more. And as you're sweating out more, you're releasing the heat, you're cooling yourself and your body temperature. That's the essence. So more hot liquid helps you sweat it out and cool your body down. Don't reach for it's research. I didn't say that. Because you're hot. Yeah, that's because what they say. It's interesting, isn't it? One of us days I went up north to Sokoto to do a report. Right. And I noticed some people drinking tea was real hot. And I was very tear off my shirt. But I know people were drinking hot tea. Water. Yeah, and I was like, I can't do that. I said, give me water, room cold temperature water. I couldn't stand it. I wanted something real cool, but they were drinking their hot. Yeah. Yeah, because it's supposed to let you sweat it out and cool your body down. It's ironical, but then that's what they say works. Okay, yes. Logic. Yes, logistics. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, so when you're having your next beverage, think about Janet and everything that she said today. Janet Adetu, etiquette coach. Thank you very much. We learn something new every Saturday from Janet. Yeah. Thank you for coming. You're welcome. Now we're going into the home stretch, and you don't want to miss this, I promise you. See you in just a bit.